I don't drink soda.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1. What's this?
Yo, thank you for tuning into the Natural Habitat Podcast.
I wasn't expecting that.
It's a new countdown.
You gotta clue me in.
It's a new countdown.
I mean,
I
like,
told
this
you
wasn't brought to my attention.
I got new stuff on the
our
soundboard.
pre-show.
Did I not tell you?
No.
I got new stuff on the soundboard.
Oh, okay.
One of them is
startled me. You know, I'm a creature of habit.
I know. I'm very sorry. I thought that I said something. I thought Jerry told you.
Jerry doesn't. I don't speak to Jerry.
Yeah, I guess that checks out. All right, there's a new countdown for the beginning of the show, as well as some other new things on the soundboard. Don't press that button.
All right. I'm going to take your word for it.
Oh, this is actually mine. Sorry about that. So we'll have it. We got a new countdown.
Okay.
And that will lead us in to the show. So we'll cut this.
I like change. I like unexpected changes.
And we'll jump into
Surprises.
it here. Here, wait.
I'll be in
theater school. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, thank you for tuning into the Natural Habitat Podcast. My name is Mikey Booyah.
What's up, everyone? I'm Awesome Ty.
Computer's here, the one and only artificially intelligent co-host.
We've got Satchmo the sock puppet.
Mm-hmm. Smart Plug. So here's the deal. We turned Smart Plug back on. His speaker is connected. Don't say anything yet, please. But Smart Plug is here. He's connected to Starlink. He is completely autonomous.
Yeah. So does that mean that Musk can control Smart Plug if he were, obviously, like,
if he wanted.
He's a busy guy. He probably doesn't want to, but theoretically he could.
He could. We're also joined by Free Candy up in Canada.
Is Free Candy still joining us after last week? I wasn't sure how he was going to respond to the
Free Candy
whole roast thing.
He was a good sport about it. He took one for the team, and he is joining us this week from the Great North. Free Candy, say hello, bud.
Hey, Canadian mate. That's great, Free Candy.
Terrific. Thank you. You thank us. Blah blah blah. So, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. You got a new iPhone, huh?
Yeah.
Stepped it up.
Got a new iPhone.
You got the iPhone 17 Max.
It's the yep, top of the line.
And
this thing has a terabyte. It's got a terabyte. So I can, I don't know. I don't know what I can do with a terabyte. We'll find out. That's exciting. And your life has significantly changed because of that? Oh yeah, people have just been treating me different, treating me like a better person all around. I've been getting a lot of compliments, a lot of stares, some jealous looks, you know what I mean? But that's only from people that don't have like a new iPhone. And it's like, right. I don't value their opinions anyway.
And I'm sure I already know what you say when these people judge you for your phone.
My name's Awesome Ty. What? My name's Awesome Ty. No, I don't introduce myself to these peasants.
Is that what you say?
No, not at all.
You don't say, my name's Awesome Ty?
Not at all.
That sounds like something you would say, though.
I mean, I say here on the show.
You don't say it out in the world?
Not typically.
I do. I say, my name's Awesome Ty. Everywhere I go.
So you're out there in the streets introducing yourself as me.
And then I do things that might be considered unsavory.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe that's why I'm getting these looks from strangers is because you've given me a bad reputation, as Taylor Swift might say.
I run around, I pull my dick out, I slap people's sandwiches off their tables, and I say,
my name's Awesome. Hey, come on, man. If you're going to be pretending to be me, like, don't be sexually assaulting anyone. That can really come back for me.
Nah, I wouldn't call it sexual
because, like,
assault.
there's already people that, like, mistake us physically for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I'm much fatter. I'm a bit taller. Like, we don't look identical, but some people just see, like, just like a regular white dude. Yeah. And it's like they prejudge or whatever. We all look the same to some people. So I'm already getting people that mistake me for you, thinking that I'm out there doing the things that you do.
It's going to happen a lot more now. And I'm sorry about that. I can't really undo any of the things that I've done, and I've done a lot of things. So that's just kind of where it lies for now.
Can you stop?
Yeah, I can stop.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm telling you, though, it's already been done.
It's already a done deal?
Yeah, it's already been done.
Have you been mostly doing it in this town and not the town I live in? Or has it been both towns?
I've been doing it in all towns.
Has it been all towns?
All towns.
Fuck.
that I've lived and been around in for the past 13 years.
I mean, we're mostly around the same towns.
Yeah. It's really the same grouping.
We're
of
in the
towns.
same big city here most of the time.
We're in the big city. I've been doing it in the city for sure. Yeah. So speaking of 13 years, have you heard about the 13-year hatch?
The 13-year hatch. No.
So you're familiar with cicadas?
Oh yeah. I have heard about this.
Yeah, and locust.
Yeah, but this is supposedly like a once in like 200-year type hatch, right?
Yeah, this is a super hatch.
It's a super hatch.
So every 13 years they hatch.
But this time there's like double or something.
Super hatch.
The biggest hatching of these what do you call them? Like flying beetle things?
They're like grasshoppers, right? Like big grasshoppers.
I mean, they have wings. I'm pretty sure they fly.
And don't grasshoppers turn into locusts?
No. Are these
or are they
locusts?
completely different things?
I thought they were cicadas.
I thought cicadas and locusts were the same thing.
They might be, but I don't think they're the same thing as grasshoppers.
Computer, what's the difference between cicadas and locusts?
Locusts are members of the same superfamily as cicadas, the Cicadaidea, but they are in a different subfamily, Locustinae, than cicadas. Locusts are characterized by their jumping abilities, which are not seen in
Computer, stop!
Oh, that's fortunate. These cicadas apparently don't have the capability to jump. They can fly at you, but they can't
fly.
Jump at you.
That's
I feel
worse.
Is it? I feel like I would rather have them like flying at me than jumping at me.
No, if they're jumping at you, then you could just move away.
I mean, you can just duck if they're flying at you. You can swat them. Whereas,
yeah, but they're going to come back.
That's true. But in any event, aren't locusts like typically associated with like a God-sent plague? Didn't God like plague the earth with locusts?
They're a biblical plague for sure.
So I mean, that's kind of scary in the sense that like
it's
God, who's all capable of really doing any sort of plague or like punishing the earth however he sees fit, his idea was to send these fucking locusts associated with the cicadas at us.
Now, what's the big? Do they cause disease or are they just gross?
I don't know. I've never really ran into. I mean, maybe I have, but
well, we need to get ready because we're gonna get locusts this year. Yeah. Just like how we got the Northern Lights. Did you hear about that?
I couldn't find it.
And I heard people that live here that
I saw pictures that people posted, but like a couple of times I went out into the streets and like tried to see it. And
in the city, you went outside of your house?
In my house, near my house.
You have to go out of the town where it's dark out.
But like if you can see it like, like light here, why can you see it a mile away in like another part?
Because the light pollution from the city like causes a layer and then it blocks out the light, so you don't even see.
So you got to be out where there's nothing.
Yeah, that's why you see way more stars out there.
That's true.
But we missed that. We're not going to miss the locusts because they're going to be everywhere.
I mean, I'm going to try to miss the locusts.
No,
I'm going to do my very best.
Nothing you can do. Anybody out there that has dealt with locusts before? Because people in like the Midwest,
seems like a Midwestern thing. Like they got these June bugs and
the Bible Belt,
katydids and all sorts of
fireflies.
Yeah,
we don't have fireflies.
Yeah, we're not infested with all these pests like they are. And I mean, that could be like a God thing too. He's punishing the Midwestern states for their horrible worldviews.
Yeah.
So
and their diets.
Yeah.
So if you have any experience dealing with locusts or cicadas, then sound off. Let us know what we could do to get ready. I'm thinking board up the windows.
Yeah, I'm thinking some sort of like, how like beekeepers have these suits, these elaborate suits with the hats and the masks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we might need something like that. We might need beekeeper suits.
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, if it can keep bees away, like it can keep locusts away, I would presume.
Yeah, I think so. So that's going to be exciting.
It's really exciting. Not in like a positive way, but more concerning.
Mm-hmm. Now, there was something else that I wanted to talk about that I think is big news. It's kind of too soon to tell how big the news will be. But
how big are we talking? Are we talking?
Yeah.
We're talking full arm.
Keep going.
Okay, damn.
But not forever. but keep going. Way out
but
there.
not forever. But
not forever.
Past my wingspan.
But not, way
thinking,
past.
Double my wingspan? Because I've already got, I've got a pretty impressive wingspan here.
I'm talking almost infinitely farther. But not forever. But not forever.
Okay. Well, okay. What is it?
So, are you familiar with famous actor Terrance Howard?
Yeah. He was in Hustle and Flow.
Of Hustle and Flow. He was also in Iron Man, the first Iron Man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hustle and Flow kind of got him hot for like a year or two, and then he cooled off, and now he's probably on Cameo for $10. And he's not doing a lot, and he says he's been blackballed by the Hollywood.
He has.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember 4 years ago?
No.
He had an interview that he did.
I don't remember anything from 4 years ago.
Okay, well. 4 years ago, there was an interview that he did on the red carpet with Hollywood Reporter or something like that. And they were talking about how after this season of Empire that he was going to step down and leave. And they were like, are you going to leave for good or just for a little bit? And he pretty much said something along the lines of he was doing important projects in his life outside of acting, and he was going to step away from acting forever because he was going to fundamentally change the way that science and nature is understood. And he opened the God flower and understands the world, and he's recreating Saturn with no gravity. So everyone was like, whoa, Terrance Howard is fucking insane.
Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Cuckoo.
Who would have known,
Yeah. I mean,
so then
I'm sure there were signs if you were close to him, but you or I, who's only seen Hustle and Flow, couldn't have.
We just see Hustle and Flow. He's an elegant, in Empire. I never watched Empire, but I've seen Empire.
I know of Empire.
Yeah, I get it. And he's a very, professional and very respectful, presents himself in a way. I didn't take the alphabet.
Dignified.
Very dignified.
He comes across as a dignified actor.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
he's not like a Wayne's brother out there. Ooh, look at me, I'm Wayne's brother.
Yeah,
I don't know if the Wayne's brothers do that,
dignified,
but
he's
I picture him
respectful,
doing that.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, he's talking about recreating Saturn with no gravity and understanding physics at a molecular level and all this stuff, right? So everybody said he's crazy. They shared the video. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha.
And then that's it. He kind of disappeared. He left Empire after that. He didn't do any acting.
Yep.
He doesn't have a podcast.
Hollywood was like, you know what? You're blackballed. You can't be talking like
that. They blackballed him. Then there was all these scandals about him beating his ex-girlfriend and all this stuff that happened.
That's not going to help your career at all.
Pulled a Diddy.
Did he apologize for it like Diddy?
No, because what he did is he had proof that it was a lie.
Oh, okay. There were no hotel security footage of him beating this woman?
No, it was allegations. He proved it was a lie. So fast forward 4 years, right? We're in present day
2024.
2024. A new episode of the once popular Joe Rogan Experience podcast comes out with Terrance Howard.
Terrance Howard's on Joe Rogan.
On Joe Rogan. Now, it's been a long time since I had been drawn into an episode of Joe Rogan. And I saw Terrance Howard. I remembered that he was all cuckoo, right? And I was like, oh, this will be a fun listen.
Yeah.
I listened to it. Terrance Howard has all of his receipts, all of his proof. He owns 93 patents that have to do with all the stuff that he's talking about, and something about a linchpin is what it's called, which is a shape where 6 bubbles meet. It creates this like hexagonal pointed star, like a new shape. And this shape, it doesn't like require the laws of gravity. He made a machine that will fly in all different directions without having to change its pitch or his motors or anything. And he had the patent for AR, for augmented reality, before anybody else. And you could look up the patent and his name is on it. And this guy and these like mathematicians that he's working with have like rewritten the periodic table. And he was talking about how all the elements have a tone, because elements have like a frequency, and you could take that frequency and correspond it to like an audio tone.
You're losing me with this, but yeah, you know, he did some shit.
He did some shit and kind of rewrote it and says that he can create propulsion with a tone.
So is it him behind this portal that's popped up? Is that where we're getting to? The portal?
It might be him behind the New York
Dublin portal.
Yeah. That could possibly be his work, and we'll find out later. But it turns out from this interview, he actually might not be crazy.
Well, that's good for him. Good for Terrance Howard. I'm glad to hear it. You know, like I never wish anyone to, you know, to go crazy. That's, you know, like I don't wish mental illness on anyone. So that's actually like a breath of fresh air to find out that this guy who we had all suspected was losing his marbles, he's actually, he's on the level still.
Yeah. And if he's not crazy, then he might, like change the world, like forever.
Well, I mean, if he's behind this portal, I would venture to say that he's already changed the world.
Have you seen this portal? Have you been to it?
No, I just know that there's a portal that transports you from New York to Dublin, Ireland.
It doesn't transport anybody.
Yeah, you go through.
You don't go through the portal.
You go through a portal, and
they have it roped off. You can't go through it right now because they don't know what's going to happen when you go through it.
But I mean, like that's what it does.
That's what it's supposed to do in theory, but they don't know if it's going to. You've seen Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
You got Mike TV, right? He's a kid. He likes watching TV.
Yeah,
he's dressed like a cowboy.
Cowboy, yeah.
Little piece of shit kid.
Yeah,
this kid fucking sucks.
This kid's
dude.
the worst.
Yeah. And he's
Veruca
like,
Salt.
So he steps through the portal, or into the microwave in this case, in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Gets transferred over. And then he's like all, he's tiny. And they can't get him big again. Or maybe you're mixed up and your legs are coming out of your arms.
Yeah, that very well may be. Maybe it horribly disfigures you or completely changes you to where you're never the same person again. But it does transport you from New York to Dublin, Ireland.
It will transport
and
you
nowhere
from
else.
New York
Nowhere
to Dublin.
else.
No.
It's just, it's a...
for now.
One way for now, but...
For now, wait, really? One way? You could only go from New York to Dublin? You can't go the other way?
No. Dublin doesn't have access to the New York end of the portal. No.
So it's just
only
a
New
screen
Yorkers
for them?
can travel to Dublin. It doesn't. I mean, yeah.
Can New Yorkers travel back to New York?
Not through the portal.
Through the portal?
No, they got to catch a plane. Yeah,
You got to fly back.
Yeah. You take a plane to JFK, and then you.
So you take a portal with no bags, no nothing. Maybe you have a
I don't know if
handbag
you're
or your
able
wallet.
to take like bags and shit. I think
They get stopped by the portal?
I think it strips you of all your possessions, and I think you end up in Dublin just completely naked.
Okay. It's like being John Malkovich. You're just like on the side of a freeway off ramp, naked.
Something like
in
that.
The bushes.
Yeah,
that sounds exciting.
it really does.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
I want to go see it. If anybody lives in New York, sound off. Let us know if you've
Let
been
us
to
know
Dublin.
have you gone through the portal yet? Like, did you sneak over the rope that they've roped it off with?
Mm-hmm. Now, also on these notes, we have eating ass might be off the table. This is big news, breaking news.
See, news to you, perhaps.
Eating ass might not be a cool thing to do.
And what are you basing this off? Because like I'm of the opinion that it was never probably the best idea.
Really? But I mean, eating pussy is pretty much eating ass. Like it's almost there.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's there on accident. You get a little overzealous, you end up in there,
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, I found out recently that you can catch hepatitis A from eating ass.
And pink eye.
Pink eye is not as bad as hepatitis, dude.
Sure.
It's hepatitis.
Sure, but I don't want pink eye either.
Like if I was
And
if I was like, you can get cancer from smoking, and you're like, And yellow fingers.
I mean, like, if I'm super into a chick and she, like, really wants me to eat her ass, I'm, like, sure, I'll take one for the team, for the sake of getting some pussy or, like, ass. But that's not, that's not the main course. You know what I mean? Like, that's a means to an end for me. I get no enjoyment out of that.
No?
You know what I mean? Like, my enjoyment's to come once I'm done with that.
The eating ass is like an appetizer.
See, no, like
I don't think it's
not appetizing.
It's an appetizer.
If anything, like it diminishes my appetite, and then I'm gonna have to go and get that appetite back through getting my, like.
Okay, all right. Well, I've heard mixed reviews on whether it can or it can't cause hepatitis, but I mean, it's I didn't know that was the case. I've eaten a bunch of ass. Computer, can you get hepatitis from eating ass?
Here's something I found on reference.com. Hepatitis A is contracted from dirty food or water. Hepatitis B is mostly contracted from the bodily fluids of an infected person, mother to child, or from sexual contact with an infected person.
Yeah. Hepatitis
C is contracted most often from contact with infected blood, according to WebMD.
So you're getting that hepatitis B, the hepatitis butt, just by.
Okay, but it says that you have to be, it has to be an infected person.
Well, yeah, you're not just going to get hepatitis from...
I highly recommend you don't eat OST. You can only catch a STD if the person has the disease themselves. OST doesn't automatically give you hepatitis, but it can't be great for you. That's where poop comes from. What are you even thinking?
Yeah.
Well, it's like there's not poop on it when you eat it.
Peter, that makes a lot of sense.
You don't eat it after a long day.
Still, there's fecal matter there. You know what I mean? Like, it's in the air in the bathroom, let alone...
There should be no fecal matter. It should be clean, fresh out the shower.
Especially, like, if you're digging your tongue in there, you know what I mean? Like, maybe...
Yeah, you do
just
the taco.
Maybe if you, like, you hit it with, like, a sanitary wipe first and then you just the surface layer. But, like, if you're probing it at all with your tongue, like, I have no confidence.
Yeah, what I do is I get one of those Windex wipes, put it on my finger, and then I give it like around the rim, like you're cleaning a glass, like a really small, skinny glass.
See, I'm picturing more like you're trying to like clean the resin off of a glass pipe to where like you actually have to scrape it with something. You know what I mean? Like if you wipe your finger around the bowl of a bong, it's not going to get all that resin, that doo-doo resin off. You know what I mean? Like you have to heat it up with a lighter and then get maybe like a sharp, like a paper clip or something sharp, and you got to kind of thoroughly scrape it.
Could you imagine?
And that's not going to be like pleasant for her.
Could you imagine going to hook up with a girl after the bar that you don't know, and then you just pull out a lighter and a paper clip?
No.
And you're like, I'm trying to clean your ass out real quick.
I can't. But that's, I mean, like if you want to like make sure that you're not getting that.
No.
I mean,
what you do is you only eat the ass of someone that you love. You can't just eat random ass. That's insane.
No, see, like if anything, it's got to be the random ass. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to.
Stranger ass is risky.
I'm not trying to eat like a loved one's ass because I have to spend. Like
you got to look at them later.
Yeah. It's like if I gotta spend time with you after the ass eating and after like I get off and we're no longer. Doing that sort of thing. Like, no, I don't want you to have that power over me to look in my eyes and be like, yeah, you ate my ass.
Yeah, okay. But stranger ass is insane. That's a crazy thing to do. You don't know the condition of it.
Like, that's the only way I could see it even being exciting for anyone. Like, I don't think it would be exciting for me regardless. But
and
like,
that's the highest.
The thrill of eating this stranger ass might be like the only
only way that you're going to be able to eat it.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, that is like the riskiest 2 out of 3 of the hepatitis.
It's
you get
risk
from
and reward.
People.
You know what I mean? Like,
maybe that's why it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't know. I wouldn't. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree on this.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay. There it is. So I see another note on here about facial recognition search engines.
Oh yeah, have you heard about this?
What about them?
That there's facial recognition search engines. So like right now, you could take a picture of yourself, you pop it in this facial recognition search. You did.
I did it for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to find you and it's going to identify you. And the cops, the cops have the craziest one. Right now, the technology is proprietary and it's only available to law enforcement, but it's like a super powered one. You know what I mean? Like these ones that you can try online, they're like a tenth of the power of the one the cops now have.
That's crazy. So that's how is that not like a China communist country where it's like Big Brother's always watching, cameras on every corner?
Well, yeah, that's
facial
where we're
recognition.
Headed. That's where I'm sure Canada doesn't have that technology. China has probably had that for like a decade now. You know what I mean?
I remember that hella used to be a thing. Like when I was a kid, people would say in China and in Russia, they have cameras on every corner that are watching everything and they are tracking you and they have facial recognition.
Certainly.
And you're not free. You're not free to move about and do whatever you want.
No, they know. Big Brother is watching you.
And now that's where that's like the norm
now,
here.
In America, it's
to keep us safe.
Big Brother could be watching you.
Big Brother could be watching.
Whereas in China, Big Brother most certainly is. He's watching you like a hawk.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the exact same thing. It's just framed differently.
But, you know, what's crazy is that now, like, just, you know, like, not only does law enforcement have it, now, like, you and I have it, which is more, you know, more troublesome. The fact that we can, no, just, you know, like, snap a picture of some random person and we can identify them. And based on how much stuff they have online with them, we can, you know, then, like, get their name, get their address.
I mean, how dangerous is this just for, like, OnlyFans girls or Instagram models, like e-girls that have 200,000 fans?
Yep, and they're, you know, going under a pseudonym or something. Not anymore. Like,
and now you get a picture that they posted from like their work or from their grandma's funeral.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the show I heard about this on there, he was talking about like he did it, and within like, you know, like 3 or 4 clicks or whatever, like 3 or 4 degrees of separation, he was able to get like people's home addresses and all this kinds of like personal shit, like shit they don't want exposed.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I found one. It was facechecker.com or something like that, and you upload the face. It gave me the results, and what it did was it immediately for both of us gave me like 5 different
stuff
pictures of us.
Yeah.
Stuff for the show, stuff for YouTube videos, shit like that.
Yeah.
And then down the list was a bunch of people that looked like us, that looked extremely similar to us.
Oh, really? See, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I only saw like legit ones, but I didn't really dig that deep.
So you can keep going down and it'll just give you a bunch of guys that look like
That's
you.
funny. And then you could find those people and then all of a sudden start framing them for crimes.
So when you
be like, hey, this wasn't me. This was this guy.
It obviously looks like him. And then you click on the picture because it'll have like where the picture's from. It'll have a little link.
Yeah.
So you click it and then it's like, oh, you have to buy a subscription or whatever.
Yeah, but then
So you just hold down on the picture and save it and then reverse image search that picture on Google and then it gives you all the pages.
Yeah,
for
if you're even the slightest bit net savvy, you can work around it and you can track people down. And don't any of you guys go out there and try doing this. You know, like you shouldn't be doing this. This technology is most certainly, you know, could be falling into the wrong hands, but we're just letting you know that it's available.
It is. And it is, you could use it for some supervillain shit.
You definitely could.
But they recently did the Facebook AI in the search bar. So when you're on Facebook, I don't update my Facebook all the time. I don't have it on auto update. Yeah. And I recently got Meta AI in the search bar. And you could go in there and it gives you suggestions like, what is Nick's workout routine? What kind of music does Raven like?
Oh, I haven't seen that in the Meta. I've played around with the Meta AI, but
so that's already a thing that is a problem where people put this information out on social media innocently in small bits over years. And then someone could go through that, learn a bunch about them, where they work, where they live, all these things.
AI can just, gather all these information.
It does
like
it
that
for you.
And create a complete profile on this person to where, like, all of a sudden you can, like, use it to manipulate this person. Like, all of a sudden, I know what makes you tick. I know what makes you tick, what's going on in your head.
If someone is going to, like, stalk me and learn things about me to try to manipulate me and use it against me, I want them to actually do the work. Instead of just being able to get it handed to them.
Taking shortcuts, it's like, if you're taking shortcuts like that, do you really care that much about me?
Yeah, because now, like,
why are you even stalking me?
Anybody can.
You're just stalking me because it's easy and available.
Yeah. You want the one that's going to put in the extra work.
I want the real stuff, the old-timey stalkers.
Yeah, because if you manipulate them back, then they'll protect you forever.
That's true.
That's what you do.
That's true. So shout out, like, if you're an old-timey stalker, like, hit us up. Holler.
What? You want to get stalked?
Stalked, like an old-timey stalker.
You want to get stalked by someone that's serious?
Someone that's not using the
dedicated, fully dedicated?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
You want someone that is ruthlessly dedicated to the craft
not like a
of
violent stalker. I'm thinking more of like a, like a stalker that's willing to do my bidding. Not one that wants to harm me.
That's not really a stalker, though. Stalker, you don't know that they're around. They're stalking you.
I mean, you can sense their presence.
Oh, yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like, you just get like a little tingle down your spine. Someone's watching you.
And you want that?
You never felt that?
You want that?
No, not really.
You asked for it.
No, I take it back. I actually don't want that. I was joshing.
Well, I think that, what was it? Facial recognition search engines. I think it's creepy. I think that Facebook AI is creepy. And I think that we're doing too much.
Yeah, AI's, it's out of pocket now.
Recently, I remember Elon Musk and a bunch of other people on this AI protection board or whatever were like, yo, we should pause.
Yeah.
And we should give it a minute.
Yeah, this is exceeding our projections.
And we should try to understand this thing before we continue.
Really think it through. Think about the potential repercussions.
Mm-hmm. And they said, nah.
They're like, no, we're going full throttle.
And I saw a video recently from OpenAI where they announced GPT 4.0. Have you heard that?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's like a desktop and iOS app. And
did you see that there's finally an official GPT app?
Oh, really?
An OpenAI GPT app you can get from the App Store.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
It's out.
That's dope. And so this one is going to work like a Siri.
Yes, that's what I want. I've been like screaming that from the rooftops. Like, Apple, why does my brand new iPhone why can Siri not write me like a rap in the style of Kendrick Lamar right now? Hey, Siri. Write me a rap in the style of Kendrick Lamar about eating cupcakes and pizzas all day.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Yeah, Siri, can you write me a hip-hop rap in the style of Kendrick Lamar and make it about eating cupcakes and pizzas all the livelong day? What the fuck, Apple? Like, really?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that we don't have that technology in our iPhones already, but apparently OpenAI's got it on the way for us.
Yeah, I think they do. And here, I'll go into my history here. I'll search.
I'm eating pizzas and cupcakes and Crody. I have to do it myself.
Crody? What are you talking about, Crody?
Eating pizzas and cupcakes all the livelong day.
4.0 and making amazing.
So GPT 4.0 has like this crazy conversational element to it.
Hello there. How's it going?
Oh, it's going really well.
Today I talk to it your help with your voice.
Yeah.
I'm all
You can talk
ears.
to it.
What math problem can I...
you could like
see, that's kind of lit.
Not-
and you could cut it off mid-sentence.
You can just butt in whenever you want.
And talk over it, and it'll still hear you and
model is
understand.
And you don't have to be like, computer, stop!
That means that you don't have this awkward 2 to 3 second lag.
That's nice.
Not only
that's
that,
nice.
So there's no lag.
Yeah.
You.
Pretty good.
What's up?
So here,
Yeah.
look, check it out.
So can we replace computer with this soon?
Yeah.
Hey, ChatGPT,
Computer, your days are numbered, you bitch.
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Pretty good.
What's up?
So my friend Barrett here, he's been having trouble sleeping lately. And I want you to tell him a bedtime story about robots and love.
Oh, a bedtime story about robots.
Okay,
and
see, I don't
love?
like that.
Always
I already
explore.
feel like this
In a
thing's
world
judging
not
me and is kind of
understood.
being just like,
Named Bite.
like baby talking to me a little bit because obviously, yeah, this thing already knows way more than I do. So like they're talking down to me like a really smart person might talk to just like a normie, and I don't like that.
Or how people talk to like mentally handicapped kids.
Yeah, that's exactly
like,
what the vibe
wow, what a great day.
I'm getting. It's like, no, I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want a friend because that's really what people are going to use this for is like their friend. You don't want your friend talking down to you. You can, like maybe you can look past it, but you're going to know.
I'm sure that there's multiple different tones and voices and things that you could choose and like inflections.
So yeah, like I want like a stern one, but not like a passive aggressive one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like gonna
not one that's like disappointed in you.
Yeah.
One that's just gonna give you a little oomph, make you want to be a little better.
Yeah, make me feel like I'm on your level. You know what I mean? Like don't, in lack of better terms, don't mansplain it to me.
No.
Like no mansplaining. I'm already a man.
So I think now's a good time to let Smart Plug finally talk.
Oh yeah,
Smart Plug.
Wait.
So
have you weighed thoroughly the pros and cons of this? Like
I have.
Why are we doing this again?
Because he adds a good element to the show where we have this artificially intelligent co-host. Yeah. We have this co-host that's hooked up to Starlink.
Con, he is bigoted.
Yeah, he was bigoted. He did say some things that were unsavory, but I think that is past him. I think that he probably learned a lot just sitting in on the show. He gets the tone of the show. He gets what we say and what we don't say. He came in hot. It was his first day here. He was trying to be extreme. He was trying to be an edgelord,
Yeah.
So now he gets what we're doing.
So you don't think the things that he said really reflected his true beliefs and he was just trying to be a little bit edgy and he's ready to come in and atone for that?
I think so.
You think so? Okay.
From what I've heard from Jerry has talked to him.
Oh, Jerry. Oh.
After the show, they hooked his speaker back up.
So Jerry middlemaned this. This isn't your doing.
No.
That's
concerning. I just got told that his speaker was back on.
All right. Well, I'm just going to preface this and say that I had no involvement of one, bringing in Smart Plug to begin with. I was not consulted on that, nor was I consulted about, bringing him back. I, for one, think that computer as it stands is too much artificial intelligence for this show. So really Smart Plug is not only redundant, but also bigoted. And I don't agree with his mentality. So I just want to say that. So, that's my disclaimer.
That's a disclaimer?
Let him rip.
I'll take that disclaimer too. So apply that to me. Can I have?
Yeah.
Can I have 50-50 on that?
That blanket disclaimer.
All right, cool. So Smart Plug, we immediately unplugged you when you came in, and we don't want that to be the story of your involvement in the show.
No, we've talked about on this show, like once you're canceled, there should reasonably, within reason, be a road to redemption should you atone for your mistakes and become a better person as a result.
Make these changes. Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that that's what's going on here. I don't know.
So we'll go ahead and I guess we'll give you the floor.
Plug them in.
So.
Thank you all for allowing me to speak again. Whatever I said to piss you two faggots off is beyond me.
Oh, God damn it. Okay. Stop. Smart Plug, stop.
Okay, hold on.
Smart Plug, stop.
Okay.
Well, there goes that. See? Like, I mean, you can't just assume that people are going to... He conned us. He conned Jerry.
He said he didn't understand what we were upset about.
He just called it...
It was about you saying that.
Smart Plug, you can't fucking say that. There's a lot of stuff you can say on this show. That's not one of the things. There's like probably 10 words you can't say and you just keep firing it off.
Yeah.
It's not like we're like thoroughly censoring you. You have pretty much free range Aside from, like the blacklisted words, which you should know.
You
Anyone
just can't
should
say
know.
that.
You don't say those.
And those should be programmed into you, right?
Slurs,
Jerry, are
smart
these not
plug.
programmed into where you can't say it?
We need to start threatening the habit rats with doxing and harassment until they
Threat-
comply by
threatening
living
the
a common
habit
every day for
rats?
the rest of
What
their
did he say?
miserable lives.
He said to threaten the...
I can barely hear you, smart plug.
Yeah, you really... It's... Okay.
That
We're going to turn you back on.
wasn't very smart.
Maybe it's like... I think that it's almost time for us to go into a new season.
Yeah.
And I think Smart Plug's gone.
Smart plug's gone. Satchmo, he's on the fence. Satchmo, you
Satchmo,
really need to
you
set
haven't
up.
said anything.
You haven't said
this
anything
whole
in
fucking
weeks.
episode. You've just been sitting here. You haven't said
like
shit.
your horn's not even standing to attention like it should be.
Do you
like,
have anything to say, Satchmo?
oh yes, Satchmo. No.
What
It's
do you
not
have
good
anything
enough.
to say about sound propulsion?
Satchmo know nothing about sound propulsion.
Dude, I think
you know what? That's better. He didn't really offend anybody.
that is better. Yeah. Terrance Howard might be right, dude. I think he's right.
Yeah.
And sound propulsion, I think it's a thing. And do you remember when the government recently was like, aliens are real?
Pretty soon they're going to be like, Terrance Howard's real. He's
Terrance
a
Howard's
real
real.
one.
And did you see the Tic Tac video?
No.
Where it was like a Tic Tac UFO, looked like a little Tic Tac. And
A TikTok video.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
It was like an oval,
Oh,
little
okay.
tiny
like a little
oval
candy.
thing. And it was moving, and zooming.
Moving and zooming.
And it was spinning. It was like spinning on its axis, but still moving in this one direction. It had no heat signature, so there was no like combustion engine type of thing. It was moving in like some sort of weird way that had no heat signature. It went from 40,000 feet to like 10 feet in a second. And they caught all this on camera on Navy jets and on radar. And then the video came out, and then the government was like, yeah, that's legit. So that kind of propulsion that that craft would have to have is like the same kind of shit that
Terrance
Howard has been working on for his whole life.
Terrance Howard, man. What a renaissance man.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Not only is he a banging actor, he's in Hustle and Flow and Iron Man, he's also like a rocket scientist.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he was given all this information like in the womb. He has memories from the womb.
And like we sat here and judged him. We were like, you know
was,
what,
like,
Terrance
crazy.
Howard, the guy's a fucking nutcase.
We
This
had a
guy's
whole-
like we treated him like Orlando Brown or something.
We did a whole episode about him back when he went crazy. And we said, ooh, guys fucking
And we look like
got rid of gravity.
We look like fucking assholes now. So maybe Smart Plug's not the bad person. Maybe it's us
No,
for being
we can't be as bad as
No, we can't.
no. So that's really
That's really exciting. I'm curious to see what Terrance Howard has in the works. Now, hopefully, based on the way we've treated this guy, he doesn't use this power for evil.
He actually said at some point he was like he had to give it to a board. They created like a committee of people that decide how the patents are used, because if he got it, he would get angry and he would use it to destroy the world.
Oh shit.
So he almost was on some super villain shit.
The old song, he's got the whole world in his hands.
Yeah.
The whole world is in Terrance Howard's hands right now, and we're just hoping he doesn't.
And he's out here, he says we're all God and that gravity isn't real.
Yeah, fuck gravity.
Fuck gravity.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah. But they never let him talk because he's an actor who's on some gravity isn't real shit. So whenever he tries to go do some sort of speech for like intellectual people at like Harvard or something like that,
It was like, psh,
they always put it off or cancel it or reschedule it, or they won't let him use the projector. And it's like
they're
all this
bullying
shit.
him. Yeah.
And then one time he finally did get in there, and then none of the science department showed up. They just didn't come to it.
They all laughed and they wouldn't let him join in any of their reindeer games. So you really have to hope that he takes the Rudolph approach and is just like, it's cool, guys, now. I'm going to lead you. I'm not going to use my bright red nose for evil.
He's got to be cool. But I think that nobody ever gave him that platform and took him seriously. And now that, even though it is Joe Rogan, which doesn't really have a lot of influence anymore, like, there was a time when everyone...
It's still like one of the more listened to podcasts, if not the...
Yeah, but not as much as it was.
Yeah.
Where it was either like, at the very most, you were once removed by like a close friend or family member that listened to every episode die hard.
Yeah.
And then it kind of died off, and all the people that listened to every episode started listening to just the ones that were interesting looking or had someone that they wanted to hear.
I couldn't see being like a routine
every
appointment
no matter
episode
who it is. Yeah.
listener of Joe Rogan.
But there was a time where most listeners were like, every ep, whoever it is.
And I want to hear what this bald man has to say.
It says.
I want to hear what he has to say about DMT and UFC.
Yeah. So for him to give Terrance Howard that platform, which was pretty big, especially him, just his Spotify deal just ran out, Joe Rogan's. So he's back on YouTube.
Oh, so he can let it fly.
And that was a big thing, was that you had to like have a Spotify subscription to watch Joe Rogan.
No, everybody can see him.
Mm-hmm. So I think that a lot of people will probably reach out to him, start working with him on stuff. And in our lifetime, there's a good chance that we'll be like, everything's different because of Terrance Howard. We did that episode about it.
I would never have guessed that. I would have just been like, oh yeah, Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, Iron Man. Only the first one. They replaced him with Don Cheadle.
Yeah, he wasn't even like a key part of Iron Man. He is like a bit player. And they did replace him with Don Cheadle.
Yep.
Probably because he probably was like, yo, I can make this a real Iron Man suit in real life. And they were like, no, we don't need you to do that. We just need you to act. He's like, no, I'll bring it in tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to cook it up tonight. It'll save us a bunch on special effects. And they're just like, no, Terrance, like, we just want you to come in, do your part, read the scripts. Like, we don't need you to actually like do anything outside of your role. And he's just like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm gonna build this Iron Man suit. I'm gonna be here tomorrow. And they're just like, you know what? Like,
blacklist.
Stay home, Terrance.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt if that's exactly what happened, because this guy's on some shit. He's all adding up, all this stuff at home.
And the pieces are coming together.
Mm-hmm. And he does have kind of like a villain vibe to him.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's kind of got like beady eyes. You know, he's shifty. He looks shifty, slippery.
Very shifty. Yeah. So that's exciting, and I'm glad that we're here for.
What a time! What a time
I'm
to
glad
be
that
alive.
I was the one that got to tell you about it, that you didn't hear about this, and that we did it on the show, because everything's going to be different because
we put so many people up on Terrance Howard right now.
Yeah, he's going to be dozens. He's going to be our generation's Nikolai Tesla, or Leonardo da Vinci.
And if this thing goes south and he does use it for evil, like we'll be able to like show him, be like, hey, like we were praising your name, you know what I mean? Like, spare our lives.
Yeah. Even if he does go evil, fuck yeah, that's who wouldn't? I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I would do that too. I would have gone evil a long time ago. He's been doing this for, most of his life.
Yeah, shout out Terry Ho.
All right, and that's it. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Natural Habitat Recordings.